Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we're here to ask, can you make a build with 99 layup competent in NBA 2K23, aka playable or good? In today's video, I want to showcase you the build that I believe can do that, or at least has the best chance at doing it. So, I know this is going to be a little bit of a useless video. I just think this is a fun one to bring to you guys. It's a cool little idea, something very different as far as a build. I honestly think this would be fun to play on. If you guys truly do want to see me play on something like this as well, where it has no dunk, yet 99 layup, definitely let me know. I'm not going to lie, it's definitely not my style. I would love to be able to continue using the dunk meter, even if it isn't on a smaller player. But nonetheless, this is what I have in today's video. So the reason I am going to prefer for it to be 6'1" is that Giant Slayer goes super hard in this game, paired with Acrobat and Fearless Finisher, and then you even still get Slithery, by the way, on a 6'1" for literally only putting driving layup. As you can see, Hall of Fame Slithery in your tier 3, and you have just enough badge points to be able to core it as well. Problem being, coring Slithery is going to be extremely hard. And on top of that too, you have a lot of badge points between the tier 2s right here. So for instance, we got Acrobat and Fearless Finisher. If you wanted to utilize this build to its absolute fullest capabilities, I would love to imagine a build like this with Hall of Fame Pro Touch as well, with the meter on for the layups, and even paired with Giant Slayer as well. So as far as the badge count goes, however, as you can see, if you have 6 for Acrobat, 6 for Fearless Finisher, and then 6 for Pro Touch, that is 18 right there between just these 3. You would have to get Slithery cored on Hall of Fame if you wanted to run that as well. Then on top of that too, you'd probably have to invest 4 more extra finishing badge points into this for the 22, or make a build that just gets 22 finishing in general. But nonetheless, I just really do want to make you guys aware of the fact that I do believe this is a very playable playstyle right here. If you've seen Ticino on the 2v2 court, you'll see those scoop layups on the jelly animation, or even in my opinion as well, Ja Morant or say Jason Williams could go extremely hard with that as well. The scoop layups are the key though, and that's what's so nasty about it. So when he does that stuff and then still has his Pro Touch timing on as well, and for that matter, his layup is nowhere near 99. I can't even imagine what the boost of Giant Slayer with being 6'1", paired with Fearless Finisher, Acrobat, and Hall of Fame Pro Touch with timing on for layups would do. That'd be insane. Now, along with that comes the other perks of being 6'1". So let's talk about the ball handle. Obviously, 95 ball handle for the Hall of Fame Unpluckable. As you can see, you get that and quick first step Hall of Fame in the tier 2s. That goes hard. And again, I really cannot stress how important Hall of Fame Unpluckable is and how unbelievably overpowered it is. You really don't get pluck stolen at all, even by the 99 steel pure locks. It's funny, I was playing Rec tonight with AK and all the boys and stuff too. We had the full squad 5. I know, kind of toxic, but nonetheless, the lockdown was asking AK, how do I not pluck you? And it was because he had the 95 ball handle Hall of Fame Unpluckable. Probably never even dealt with that or even seen it as far as like an issue. But anyway, I want to talk also what you maybe will need to do on defense if you make a build like this. The 78 steal rating would be very nice to get that silver interceptor, but you need 1 extra defensive badge as well, where we did just talk about needing 4 extra for finishing. Fortunately, I don't think you need any extra when it comes to shooting, and playmaking may only demand at least 1 if you wanted to run, say for instance, Hall of Fame handles for days, clamp breaker, and something else. 23 is plenty fine though if you only plan to run 2 of these, because then you could just core gold handles for days, simple as that, and then you have clamp breaker that you could get for another 7. Then after that, run the quick first step Unpluckable, then figure out if you would like hyperdrive or if you want something between the tier 1s instead. But either way, playmaking looks good, shooting looks good. 24 means you get to core 1 and then run 2 extras. So for instance, Agent 3, Blinders, and Limitless. Simple as that. For the finishing, we already talked about the fact that it could use a little bit extra. But nonetheless, man, 94 Excel paired with 95 ball handle and 92 3-pointer with the Agent 3, all types of stuff like that. You got the Trae Young fade. You got all types of the signature like size ups and size up escapes that you get strictly with guards. And then again, the 99 layup. I honestly do think this can be very competent. In the first place as well, if someone is hawking you super hard for the chase downs, I do think the scoops are quick enough and way more maneuverable anyway, to the point where you really won't even deal with the chase downs. Also, I'm very curious how Slithery works when it comes to no dunks. If you guys have experience with this badge, if you're only like a layup type player, I'd really be interested in hearing how this actually works when it comes to its usability. I know Slithery is obviously something that's very usable for dunks, but I'm kind of curious how it works on layups. Not to mention, by the way, if you were to make something like this, it'd be more realistic to probably go for like 96, where you end up with no badge cutoffs or anything like that besides Slithery, and you can end up just getting Slithery on gold for the exact same amount of threshold points at 7 right there instead of 8. But obviously you lose out on 1 more badge point. Regardless though, my whole point with that is like those 3 layup ratings do go a long ways. It could get you to nearly 50 dunk, which could give you Ginobili dunk package, which is very nice to have, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the whole build, if you ask me. I think that's so cool and original and fun to be someone that has 99 layup. If you guys, like I said, want to see me on this, at the end of the day, making videos like this where I can kind of display the build first is a really good way to like reasonably have me pay for the build anyway, because at the end of the day it's content, so it is what it is. But if you guys want to see something like this, let me know, because I truly do believe that this paired with all these finishing badges together, and if I put the extra +4s on with the Giant Slayer, Acrobat, Fearless Finisher, Pro Touch, you can make some BS layups, bro. You can make some crazy stuff in this game. I mean, I already see people who run no timing and like, you know, still have the Giant Slayer on just gold and even like silver Fearless Finisher with around 70 driving layup or 76, still be able to get that stuff to go at an unreal rate. I can't even imagine what that would look like if you are planning for only layups anyway, you don't even have any dunk ability in general, and then you pair that with the Hall of Fame levels on all of these, plus 99 layup as well. And the Pro Touch, I can't even imagine how much easier it would be as well to just time those with the 99 layup rating either. And at the end of the day, close shot rating is still decent as well, so Pro Touch can even still activate in that. And same with Fearless and like Giant Slayer, for instance, too. That'll still work for the close shots. Making something like this, it would be a lot more fun to have a decent mid-range. You could definitely emulate some Ticino playstyle right here. You can do a lot of the shot creator type stuff and then still even pair in, once again, the driving layup being decent. And also, the reason I am 6'1" is not only just the Giant Slayer, but just the fact that you get more attribute points. So we'll go ahead and just copy everything over onto a 6'3", for instance. All right, so as you can see, we just copied everything over to a 6'3". It works the same for 6'2", 6 foot, 5'11", all types of stuff like that. It's just less attribute points than a 6'1" is able to get. So for instance, you can see we have a little bit less on the finishing in terms of badge counts in general. It's just going to be kind of tough to get this. I mean, as you can see, you have 15 instead of 18, which is really weird. I mean, if you go even higher on close shot, obviously it becomes a little bit more doable, but that becomes its own problem. And as you can see, like, we have the 76 speed with ball, we have everything kind of copied over for defense as well, but again, less defensive badge points right here. And then we have 14. We would need at least 16, which we have 15 on the other. But I mean, again, speed a little bit lower, acceleration a little bit lower, no stamina, nothing like that. And at the end of the day, like I said, it just makes sense to be a little bit shorter anyway if you're going for that layup style, because Giant Slayer is a truly amazing badge, and it can be truly put on display with a build like that as well. So just again, to kind of come back to this 6'1", and I don't want to stretch this video out too much. It's just a cool little idea video and just to kind of display a build just in general. But this to me could be so fun on offense, and at the end of the day, it's not great on defense by any means, but it's still enough to protect itself. If you have that silver interceptor, you can still really lock in and just play those off-ball defensive lanes and just stay away from the on-ball defense. And I think it could be okay at that point. Not to mention, we're still going 76 Prim D, so as you can see, gets a lot of these badges at a higher level, not to mention just a badge point. So 15 is pretty decent to run. It is going to be a little bit unfortunate though. I would probably recommend not to run glove or clamps or challenger and just go straight interceptor, core interceptor, put one extra defensive badge point in. And at that point, probably just run the menace, ankle braces, pick dodger, workhorse sort of threshold area, and then also just run bronze box out beast. But nonetheless, like I said, just wanted to put this on display for you guys in this video. If in terms of the takeovers, if you were curious, it's only going to be shot, sharp, and play. So no slash, obviously. It'd be hilarious if it had slash take, but it's just unfortunate they don't give us that. And I think with this build, this is something that I would run personally, probably more like the shot creator and play take, and probably just go a little bit more Ticino style on this thing. So I'm not gonna lie, like I said, this is not my style by any means, but at the end of the day, we're closing into that kind of January era of 2K where it's gonna be a lot more fun content and me just kind of do things completely out the picture. I don't really want to just keep on playing the exact same style that I have or anything like that, so this would open up a lot of different things between me having way more ball handle, way more three-pointer than I ever run either on top of that, and then not to mention, I'm a little bit too comfortable with the dunk meter at this point. It would be fun to be on a small build that has the dunk meter as well, and maybe if I were to make something like this myself, maybe I would just go into the dunk as well while still having the 99 layup. Maybe I could just make a super OD finishing build with no defense. Who knows? But that doesn't exactly seem the funnest to be constantly playing on, to have literally zero defense. For example, though, if we did go with something like that, it'd probably be around, once again, the 94 Excel, something like that, and then ideally, I mean, you just go no steal at that point, and realistically, it is going to be possible to just actually put stuff like this on, where, as you can see, it can get our dunk up to 86 even, for instance, without even like really tweaking everything ideally and how we want to have it set it up. And at that point, you have 27 finishing badge points. You got gold limitless takeoff as well. It's just, I feel like the dunk counteracting the layup would make this build less fun to watch and less fun to be like seen in general. Just, I feel like the 99 layup is only going to be displayed properly if your dunk is low, or just extremely low for that matter, and you don't even like have any ability to get any dunks. So let me know what you guys' feedback is and stuff like that. Let me know if you think this build is actually even competent in the first place and can even be ran. I think, honestly, the fact that, and again, not this one, but more like the one with defense, we'll go ahead and just hit the reset on this, but let me know if you think this build would actually be runnable for that matter. It's not that bad of defense compared to a lot of 6'1 that you do see. It's really not that bad on offense either, if you ask me. It's just you don't really have the quick drops, which, yes, I do understand is quite the advantage to have. But at the end of the day, with the scoop lays, with the quickness of just the layups in general, not to mention the unblockability of it if you have a quick, clean layup package on top of that, paired with the badges going insane as well. Let me know what you guys think of this. And again, if you really want to see it, let's drop some likes on this. Tell me to make the build. And also, let me know if you guys are okay with seeing some videos like this every now and then, where we kind of just pop out here with some little idea videos. No gameplay or anything like that, but things that I would at least be incentivized into maybe making, and then I could actually show it on display in these videos and then bring it to you in actual gameplay format if you guys are kind of vouching for the build hard enough. But I do like these little idea videos. I like showing things like the 7-footers with minimum wingspan that I get like the gold Agent 3 and stuff like that, and gold limitless. It's a cool little idea. Things like this where it has no dunk but super high layup paired with the Giant Slayer exploitation and fearless and acrobat and even pro touch with your meter on. Sounds like a cool little concept. And at that point too, you have unpluckable, can't really be ripped, and the quick first step and just moving super quick with the great acceleration. I'd actually be very interested in this, to be honest with you. So anyway, leave your feedback in the comments. Feel free to drop them. And other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. If you made it to the end of the video and you want to show your support, put Layup or put Lay in the comments. Show support to me all the way through. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed. Take it easy, man. Peace.